First time I did it for the hell of it, stuck it round the back of my tongue and then swallowed it. Second time, things are getting easier. Bow me down this way, this getting easier. Third time lucky, maybe feeling fuzzy.
What's new? Well, first of all, thanks to everyone who's been watching my movies. I posted this new one in response to this stupid, to the Atheist Nightmare Banana video. And it came out pretty well, and so thanks to everyone who watched it. Thanks to the guy or girl out there who favorited it. It was my first favorite here on YouTube, and so yeah, good job. Yeah, I think it's really great that you're favoriting my videos now. If only someone would fucking subscribe, that would be fucking great. I could thank you in person. Everything would be peachy, and there'd be rejoicing in the streets. Anyway, what was I was gonna say something. I don't know, I'm in kind of a bad mood this week. Yeah. Someone stole the fucking seat off my bike, man. That's just low. It's just fucking sad, you know, having to walk to class. I go to school about a mile away from here, and parking is shit, you know, and so, you know, I like riding my bike in, but some jackass had to steal my fucking bike seat, so, you know, it's just shit that life throws in your face, but you gotta keep going. Also, yeah, I was supposed to do this job earlier in the week. Called this guy I found on Craigslist who wanted me to help create a DVD, and at the last minute he called and said, oh no, we can't do it because there's this dude who I have to bring in because he's a friend of mine and it's political. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? But there's not really much you can do. Anyway, it would have been like $70 or something, which I'm out of now, but I'm getting by. Yeah, for a while I was working as a video editor here in Santa Barbara. About, in case you don't know where Santa Barbara is, it's about 100 miles up the coast from LA. And so I got a job in town here working as an assistant to some editor, and I got laid off from that. The guy was pretty much paranoid, and I was taking this break, and we had sort of worked out that I would be able to take like 10 minutes break for 4 hours of work, and so I was doing that, and he came in and I was reading the paper, and so I put it away because he came in, and I don't know, I just thought it looked bad, and you know, the next day I get a call from him saying, okay, well, I don't trust you anymore. I mean, you're hiding newspapers from me, that means I can't trust you, and I was on the fucking break. And, you know, this guy, I don't know, he goes to like all kinds of Middle Eastern countries. I guess maybe he has a right to be paranoid at this point, but I mean, whatever. Anyway, on to the main topic of business. I've been an avid follower of the atheist versus theist debate here on YouTube, me being one of the atheists, and I don't know, just kind of wanted to go over like what bothers me and what doesn't. I don't know, I think it's it's important to keep in mind when you're talking about atheist versus theist that, you know, I've been watching a lot of videos from Great on Square. Great on if you're out there, man. I'm really digging your shit. It's really good. Really love what you have to say. You're I don't know, just doing a really good job, like putting it down on the line, I guess. And I've watched pretty much all your videos. Anyway, I mean, if anyone out there, if you want to see like a very well laid out logical case for the non-existence, I suppose, of God, then definitely check out Great on Square's videos, and also his music is really good stuff. Anyway, the reason I bring up Great on is that you know, he makes an important distinction. You know, a lot of the stuff I've seen, a lot of the theists are saying, okay, well, you know, you atheists out there, I mean, look at like Richard Dawkins. He's saying, okay, well, everyone has to. I mean, if the world would be a better place if everyone is atheist. So, you know, they try to twist it to say that, like, well, you know, you're essentially another religion. You know, you're trying to convert people to your atheist cause and your atheist agenda. But I think that's wrong, and the reason that I bring up Great on stuff is that, you know, he makes a point to refer to it as deconverting, as opposed to converting, as an atheist. Whereas theists, it seems, there's very much this bottom line mentality of, oh, well, we have to convert everyone to our cause. And I want to stress that in everything I say, that, I'm very much a proponent of free thinking, and, if you want to go out and think that, God, or there is a God, or that God is a giant fluffy bunny, I mean, that's up to you, man. Whatever, but until, when it starts affecting me, that's when I draw the line. And, many of the atheists, I'm a staunch proponent of separation of church and state, and that really needs to remain intact, and that's why I've come down against intelligent design, and, now, that got struck down in court, so now it's, the big thing is they want to get religion, essentially, into schools, so they're doing this thing called teaching the controversy. Type in intelligent design into YouTube, and basically the first thing that comes up, I forget the guy's name, it's Ken Russel, I want to say, but he gives this 80-minute long lecture about intelligent design and how that got struck down in this case in Dover, Pennsylvania, and now the creationists who warped creationism into intelligent design are now trying to get it into schools that they teach the evolution controversy. So essentially this is a backdoor way of getting this same intelligent design message to children in schools, where it really shouldn't be happening. I mean, if you want to teach religious practice and doctrine, then teach it in the Sunday schools, and you're doing an excellent job at that, but don't let it creep into schools. That's separation, that's breaking the separation of church and state, and that's wrong. Religious people are always saying, oh, well, science, there's no way for it to disprove the existence of God, as if to imply that therefore, that means that God does exist. Well, I think it's fairly clear that, perhaps, there can be a logical argument for God, but I think if there is, then he is in no way involved with our lives. He has made no attempt to manifest himself, and what's more, he has, using his omnipotent powers, he has created a way for himself to be an exception to all of the logic which all humans and all things that exist in nature abide by. So, any discussion of this God who subverts and who jumps through hoops to avoid all this logic until he descends from his realm of omnipotence and supernatural occurrences, we can only assume that that's what he confines himself to, and therefore has utterly no bearing on our day-to-day lives. If there even is in fact God, he is so irrelevant to us that it's pointless. So that is why the existence of God doesn't make sense to me, and why I don't believe in God. And going back to the whole thing, I just wanted to give you guys a little background on why I don't, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty of people talking about the miracles of Jesus and all the great stuff that God has done and blah blah blah, but I just haven't seen any proof. If God wants us to believe in him, why doesn't he just do something periodically within everyone's lifetime that proves beyond the shadow of a doubt that it is actually God doing this and not just a lot of chance occurrences? I don't want to discourage other atheists from trying to achieve deconversion out there, and maybe bringing people over from what in my opinion is a very unsafe form of belief that in many documented cases leads to unnecessary suffering. But always make sure it's in a very rational way. Don't ever become so impassioned that you become essentially another religion. That is the main argument I have with organized religion, all theism, that in which there is some religious leader who compels people to do their bidding, essentially. I want to make sure, I want to have as little of that happen as possible. So, if that happens, everything will be great. Thanks for watching.